Wow!
Welcome to our Myths and Legends time. The title of our story for today is The Origin of the Kava plant. It happened during the time when the inhabitants of Tonga still worshipped and praised the early gods or Ha'autuamua, and similar to that was their duties and obligations to the monarch, which was the Tonga line since its establishment by Tangaloa it.Matupua. Long ago, there was a couple from the eastern side of Tongatapu named Fevanga and Fefafa who moved and resided at the island of Ewaiki, which was located to the southeast of Tongatapu. This was because of their only daughter Kava, who had leprosy, and it was their main reason for moving. While at Ewaiki, they named their home Fa'imata, meaning collecting raw food, or Tokonaki Meakaimata. However, during this time, there was a huge famine across the country. Soil was dried up, and it was hard for Fevanga to grow any more root crops at Tokama. They were only relying on the kape plant, which was the only crops left at Fevanga's plantation. The same disaster was faced by the rest of the clans or the Ha'a. Because of their various obligations and duties to be fulfilled to the royalty, they must provide the best root crops out of their garden, together with baskets of fruits and vegetables, even seafood. It was known back then that whenever there was shortage of food, commoners proceed on to the ocean and gather food from there. The Tuitonga of the time went with his Fokololo me Halakakala, which was refers to his seamen or fishermen who followed and went along with him out to the sea for fishing. But that day, they had no luck at all. Because the Tuitonga was so tiring and weary from the voyage, his Fokololo men decided to turn at the island of Ewaiki and went ashore so that the Tuitonga can rest. To their surprise, the island seemed isolated and no inhabitants or signs of people living there. The king then noticed the kape plant, and he went and sat down to have his back lean on the kape. Sadly, a day that Fevanga and Fefafa didn't expect to happen. They knew right from dawn the arrival of the king and his men, but they were both excited and worried at the same time, cause they were thinking of preparing an omu or ha'unga for the Tuitonga. Fevanga went to collect some firewood and asked Fefafa to go and get the kape plant for the omu. As Fefafa hurried down to get the kape plant, she was surprised to see the Tuitonga leaning on the plant. She doesn't know what else to do, since this is the only means of food left in the island. She hurried back and told Fevanga what had happened, and she can't tell the Tuitonga to move from the kape plant. Here is what she told her husband. "O beloved home Fa'imata, where a stranger or commoner stayed, fruit of Tokanga only one left, and the Tuitonga had leaned on it." It was indeed a very sad day for them, as they realized they can't fulfill their duties and obligations to the Tuitonga. Feelings of regret will stay with them for a long time, as they realize that it is a sin for them against their Otuamua and a huge crime against the Tuitonga if they didn't prepare anything for him. Regardless the situation and the poverty that they were in with their daughter, they knew what to do to still maintain their faith, loyalty, and respect to higher authority, especially the Tuitonga. They decided to take their daughter as a sacrifice to the Tuitonga. In his plea, Fevanga cried out, "My beloved Fefafa, whose duty for a home Fa'imata and not Lelenga. Tokanga's only fruit is no longer, and let us take the fruit from our womb to offer as umu or Feiha'unga as a result of human sacrifice." Fevanga and Fefafa killed their only leper daughter and prepared her as a sacrifice for the Tuitonga. But while the umu was still baking, the Fogoloa men reached them because they saw the smoke and heard the chopping of firewood. They returned at once and told the king what they had witnessed and saw. The king told them to hurry and return back to Tongatapu before the umu is ready. News of the Tuitonga and his Fokololo men returning back had reached the couple, and they also realized the reasons for the sudden departure of the Tonga and his men. They knew that the king felt sorry for what they did, whereas he doesn't want to be a burden to them while on the island. Instead of taking out the omu when it is ready, they let it remain as the graveyard of their daughter. One day, as they were weeding her graveyard, they saw two plants growing up in the cemetery. One to where Kava's head was, and the other to her feet. They did not touch the plants but leave it there and continue on looking after the grave. One evening as they were weeding her grave, they saw a mouse crawling straight to the plant at the head of the grave. After nibbling it for some time, it looked like the mouse swayed to and fro until it reached the plant at the feet, nibbled again, and automatically the mouse felt better, ran fast, and disappeared from their sight. To them, they knew that the plant at the head is bitter, while the one at the feet is sweet. At this time, a great chief named Lo'au went fishing in the area and happened to meet the couple in the island. They explained to him what they had witnessed at the grave of their daughter. Lo'au told them to uproot the plants and named the one at the head after their daughter Kava, and the plant at the feet To or Sukake. To was used to go together with the Kava, known as Fono, during the time of Kava, which was the Tonga's Kava drinking ceremony. Vevanga and Fefafa went with their gift to the Tonga at Heketa, which was the Kava plant, and the Sukake and To as Fono. The Tonga gave the island of Eweki to Vevanga, and since then, the name Vevanga was passed down from generation to generation as the talking chief name or Mataapule in the island up to now. While Fefafa became a ghost or devolo of the island, it was said that Fefafa appeared together with Fehuluni, but Fefafa was easy to recognize and tell since she was more beautiful with white long hair, while Fehuluni had black hair always. To be continued. If you want to listen to more myths and legend stories, please like, follow, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you.